Good afternoon, everyone. It's good to be here with you all again. We had a longer break because last time, as far as I remember, we met at the beginning of February. So almost 2 months, because today is the end of March. So last time I was looking forward to coming of spring, as I said to you. I was looking forward to hearing the birds and blooming of Japanese apricots, and then it's already the end of March, and already the cherry blossoms start to fall. So we had a few days of rain here in Japan, in Tokyo. So this year, I guess I can see in the streets there are many foreigners who visited Japan to see cherry blossoms, I believe. So maybe to some extent they can be disappointed because it was raining and a little bit cold these days. But still, it looks very beautiful. And today we had a very sunny day. So the whole world, at least in this region, has turned pink. So it's very, very beautiful. I always, when I talk to people or people who visit here in Japan, they sometimes ask me, or we talk about the so-called 4 seasons, and then they ask which do you prefer, or which do you like sakura, yeah, this cherry blossoms. And every time I say to them that it's all kind of like too commercialized, because if you Google, for example, Japan or something, so one of the sort of the most representative pictures that appear on the internet is actually sakura or Fuji. So I always say, I don't like, I mean, of course I like, it's very beautiful, but still, it's, I believe for me, the more attractive is the blooming of the Japanese apricot, so at the beginning of February. But it's really so. But then when it really comes to spring, and then you can see how everything changes actually within one moment into pink. So then it's really, when you see it with your own eyes, not on the picture, not somewhere on YouTube or somewhere else, but you really stand in front of the tree, or you can see a lot of trees in front of you. So then I say, oh, okay, actually I love it very, very much. So it's really, but it's so instantaneous, and it's really just a short moment. After 1 week or so, it starts to fall down, and then it's over, and then we wait for another sakura season the following year. So I always laughed at this season from the sort of Buddhist perspective is really kind of, well, I wouldn't say awakening or potentially awakening in itself for the people who are here and can see the trees. But this is the only, I guess, or one of the rare seasons where the Japanese people say, oh, everything is changing so fast, oh, life is so short, or it's actually funny, because then, after the sakura falls down, so then, oh, okay, we have to go back to work, and we just, forget about all this impermanence, and then the fact that everything is changing. And there is still this unchangeable me that is busy and that has to earn money and then take care of family and do business and do all other things. So it's sakura is somewhere there, and the changeability of life is there, always somewhere there. And then we have to wait until we have this another slap in the face, which is the next spring. So it's kind of ironic, of course, but it's always sort of interesting to observe, because when you hear Japanese people, when they sort of talk with one another, taking pictures, so they repeat the same phrase, oh, everything is changing, and it's so fragile, etc., etc. But then they go back and they are still hurried with their business, etc. There's a beautiful, when when it comes to sakura, it's there is one of my favorite haiku in Japanese, which says, "Under the cherry tree, there are no strangers," which is the haiku written by Kobayashi Issa, one of the most famous haiku poets in Japan. And he said, under the cherry tree, there are no strangers. And it's true, I think. When you, well, unfortunately, we cannot meet here, as I'm sitting here and looking into this camera, and I'm really tired of it, actually. It's already 3 years, and I don't know what's the process of getting back to the real world. And as we did it before 2020, when the whole madness with virus and all these things, masks and alcohol, etc., sort of was introduced. And then, so 2019 was the last time when we met here. So it was really good time, because we were having a couple of people here from different kind of the world, and we could have a chat, we could drink some tea, we could exchange our views on this and that, and it was really nice. And then, you know, it came online, and I'm still sitting here in this empty room. So we cannot admire and the beauty of sakura together here. And I do really hope, and I pray that it will change. And next month or in May maybe, because this is not my decision. So it will change. As I can see many foreigners here in Tokyo. Also today when I was coming. So before it was like I saw some people and they always, oh, you're coming to Zen Class here, oh, okay, and then we met, and it was really nice. But now they don't even know that it's happening here, because there's no information, it's only online. So I really hope that it's going to change soon, and we can meet here and look into each other's eyes, and I don't have to look into the eye of the camera all the time. So under the cherry tree, there are no strangers, as the haiku says. We have a couple of minutes today, so let's have a spring sitting together. I will introduce once again, very short, how to sit for those of you who are joining for the first time, and then we will have 2 periods of sitting in silence together, about maybe 20 minutes, and then in between let's have some walking in silence, kinhin. So if you are in your room somewhere, there you can sit formally. So please join. Just don't let it be just one-man show here, but let's be more practical. And then if you are sitting somewhere else, I don't know, maybe in your office, so if you have a break, so you can join here, you can join too. Unless you are in a car driving, so then maybe it's dangerous to practice Zazen. So if you have a cushion, make sure that you have it ready, right? If you don't have a cushion, you can have a piece of blanket or something else. It's also okay. And if you are sitting on a chair, it will also do. So make sure that you have something to sit on, and then let's try to sit together. So formally speaking, when you come to the cushion, first you bow to the cushion, then you turn clockwise and you bow to in the outside direction. Okay, and if you sit on the cushion, as I repeat many times, don't sit on the center part of the cushion like that, because then it's not possible to have your knees on the floor. So you will sit like that, and then naturally after a few moments your spine will go down, and then it's actually very tiring. So to avoid this kind of thing, you slip down on the cushion so that you sit on the edge, and then it supports you, but at the same time you have your knees on the floor. When you sit on the chair, well, the chair is flat, so it's sometimes difficult to sit on the chair to have this sort of sliding kind of fashion. So you can put, I don't know, some piece of cloth or a blanket or something underneath the rear legs of the chair. So then the chair goes like this, and then you can sit. Well, it sort of resembles the Zazen. And when you sit comfortably on the cushion, if you can put your right leg on your left thigh here, and you can stay with it. It's the half lotus position. If you can do it this way, you can do it this way. If you can go a little bit further, so you can also put your left leg on your right thigh, and then it's full lotus position. Both are fine, whichever you take, and whichever is comfortable for you. So please make sure that you sit comfortably. All right. And spend a few moments sitting and seeing, or maybe feeling, if the position that you have taken gives you enough stability here, so that you are not floating somewhere in the air, but you are grounded on the floor. So you have this nice grounded feeling, which is your base, and it's actually enough, because when you have this groundness feeling here, then you don't have to do, and you don't have to actually follow any other instructions that you have to put. Of course, hands and eyes are a different thing, but you don't have to sort of experiment with the upper part of your body, because naturally it gives you enough balance already. So as you can see, I don't have, it's not if you sit in a half or full lotus position, your body goes naturally or straightens up, and you don't have to push it to make it sort of artificially straight. And then your your ears are in the same line with your shoulders, and then your nose is in the same line with your navel, so that you don't sit like that. All right. You tuck your chin, so that you don't sit like, for those who practice with the smartphone, it might be difficult, because you have the tendency to sort of put your chin sort of forward, and then or like that. So then some people say that I have a pain in my neck because of looking all the time at their screen. But then if you let go of it, and then you come back to this straight position, natural position, so then as I said, your ears are in the same line with your shoulders, and then your chin is tucked, and then naturally your eyes go down, and don't close them, just let them look where they want to look. And breathe naturally. And you can stay in this position. It's also fine. But if you have formal Zazen posture, so you put your left hand on your right hand. Here you place it on your lap. You below the navel. Make sure that you are not tensed here. You can flap your wings, right? So let's sit for about maybe 15 or 20 minutes together. stand up, make sure that you still have your legs. If you are sitting in a formal position, so unstretch them. And we will have Kinhin, so maybe I will go here. I will show you when we were when we were sitting with our hands. When you kept your hands like that, so then now you fold your or you grasp your thumb of your left hand and you cover it like that. You put it here on your solar plexus area, and then you cover it with your right hand. And we start. It's called one breath, half a step. So we have. Imagine that these are your legs, or these are my legs. So when you have inhale and on exhale, you put one hand, you put one foot forward, which is half a step. Then you inhale and then you put your left foot, and then you inhale. On the exhale, you put your right, and you go alternatively. So the idea is that you move on the exhale, or you put your feet on each exhale, and with an inhale you prepare for the next step. Well, for those of you who are doing it for the first time, it's kind of maybe difficult because you synchronize with your breath, but after some time it's natural, so you don't have to think about breath and your steps. It's natural. But first people are confused which foot to put first. It's not so difficult. So your posture is the same as your posture in Zazen. So your ears are in the same line with your shoulders. You don't stand like that, but naturally you keep your straight position. You can, if you are practicing alone, you can stand and keep like that for some time. Make sure that your posture is straight. And how you feel with that. Your chest is open. You are standing on the floor, stable, right? If the wind is coming, it will not, even if it blows you, you will not collapse. So you make sure that you are standing firmly on the ground, but at the same time you are naturally straight and you go towards heaven, so you are like a straight sort of thread, right? And then on inhale and exhale, half a step. And inhale, and on the exhale, left. then make a bow and come back to your cushion. And as we did before, when you stand in front of your cushion, make a bow, and then once again. And we will have one more period of sitting. together. Bow. And this is it for today. I hope you had an hour spent together in silence and stillness, because this is what we cultivate in our practice. The mind of the still mind or the silent mind. Silent doesn't mean it's sort of numb and it doesn't speak, it doesn't produce any sound, but then when you produce a sound or when you express the sound, it comes from this potential of stillness or silence. So then it helps you to see and experience your daily life in a more sort of wholesome fashion. So then we don't pick up all these particular seasons, but rather look from the perspective of 1 year, as it was said in one of the Zen texts, when all the 4 seasons are in accordance as one. So I hope you enjoyed it, and the next time we will see each other is the April 19th. So I hope you will be here, and I really hope we can meet each other here in Tokyo. As I said, it's not depending on me, so I hope that those people who are responsible for making this decision will decide to bring it back so that we could sit together here and drink some green tea. Thank you, have a nice day wherever you are, and see you next time. Thank you.